Mango, he was on MasterChef, famously. If you have some time, you have to check out this new Fillion video, Bored Ape Nazi Club. Oh, he did a fucking Bored Ape video? That's crazy. All right, maybe later. He's one of the 5 gods of Melee. Mango is pretty tanky, but lots of beer. He would need lots of beer. Ludwig legit put him in a chokehold. Show me that video. Show me the video of Ludwig and Mango fighting. I need to see what he looks like fighting. Yemek geldi mi? Oh. He trained with a UFC fighter? What the fuck?
Nice to meet you, Mango. I'm James.
Matic, pause. The fuck do you want from me? It's on purpose. Okay, Pokimane. Up next, Pokimane. Pokimane, my queen. Can't do it. Can't fight. I'd be destroyed regardless. She would destroy me.
Hassle.
Pokey beat you. Sorry, beat you. I'm scared. I am scared. I'll admit it. Scared. Win the fight, lose the war. Tier 3 subs will be at your house. Yeah, I mean, literally immediately, instantly. Fighting Pokey is like fighting Thanos. Ugh. Yeah. She has a right jab? No way.
Ignore the health that Lulu is able to give the.
That's why I put him at 50-50. Why has your mobility decayed over the years, age, or size? Bro, when I did that offline TV fucking video, I had been sitting for many, many, many years, okay? And I had not done anything even remotely physical. I'm in a very different space now physically than I was when I shot that video. Where my clothes go? Yeah, dude, he would fuck me up. That's why I said 50-50. That's why I didn't give him a, like, I'd wash him. Because, you know, he has that kind of commanding presence. Wasn't your back out during that video? Yeah, my back was, like, fucked up, too. It was just not great. Slime. I've seen the way that man fights. I'm going to say I would win. That's all I'm going to say. Also bald. So almost close to a 50-50 there. Because he is a bald. And I am a bald chaser. He is ABAB, assigned bald at birth. But, you know, I got too much of a reach. I got too much reach on him.
Good things
I
come
got too much weight on him. Wait, what is this? Soda playing basketball? Up next is Soda popping. What? That's getting an hour intro convo. He's unfollowing you after this one? Okay, well, when doesn't Train fucking say I suck? Okay? He says it all the time. Donald Trump, they would destroy me. Powerful Bussy. Tubbo! I wouldn't be able to fight Tubbo. No shot. Valkyrie. Now, this is an interesting one. She's a lot smaller than me. However, sneakily athletic. How do I know that? Well, remember Dodgeball? Has a lot of knives. And also sneakily athletic. I'm going to put her at, they would destroy me. She got the Reflect Cream 2 for dexterity. I think she worked at GameStop and dealt with stupid men too. Don't forget how she hates you. She has smoldering rage. Also true. Pay money Wubby. 50-50. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. 50-50. Bojo, Turkish, but I would win easy. He's British. He's Turkish, so that's an advantage for him. He knows how to Ottoman slap, but also he's British, so destroyed. I think personally, that's how I feel about that one. Okay. Tim Pool with no beanie versus Tim Pool with beanie. Both Tim Pools would lose. Not easy, but they would lose regardless. Zelensky couldn't fight him. Just couldn't do it. And then Moldovan Mama Liga, they would destroy me. That's it, folks. There you go. That's it. That's the fight tier list. Take a good look at it. Learn it. Love it. Live it. There's a couple people on here that we missed and a couple people that we added here for no reason. There's some real drama from this fight tier list, which is very serious. Okay? I need to eat, and I can't fucking eat while this is going on. While I've been doing this tier list. You're not the only one. Philion himself fucking sent me the video, okay? Like, I know. I'm going to watch it. It's an hour long. I'm going to fucking watch it, okay? It's the result of hundreds of hours of research, investigative journalism, and insight from experts around the field of internet and culture. This investigation started 6 months ago when I was first made aware of GordonGoner.com. Okay? I heard that it's really fucking good, and that the Basie Bored Ape Yacht Club actually has like serious fucking Nazi elements involved in it.
Fucked up to people who don't even understand them, and basically making fun of people to their face, right? To me, that's really what's fucked up, and it's more it's actually more, to me, that's the crime here. The crime isn't that they're Nazis and they're racist, which they might be. And I'm sure they are accelerationists who are people who are just basically nihilists who don't give a fuck and want to see the world burn. And like, to me, that's probably a worse thing than being anything, because you really are anti-human and you're selfish.
What if I told you that one of the most successful NFT collections in the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history? No, not convincing people that this ugly shit is art or that it has any value. What if I told you that hidden within Bored Ape Yacht Club was a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles? And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are making a mockery of the entire world, pulling the strings of the global elite, including celebrities, athletes, actors, and influencers. This story is extremely complicated for many reasons. The problem with accepting the truth I'm about to tell you is that you have to have extensive knowledge of 4chan, internet culture, and symbolism to even wrap your head around this and understand the motive. The most important fact I'm about to tell you that you must remind yourself as we go along is that the entirety of Bored Ape Yacht Club is esoteric. By design, it is only meant to be understood by a select number of people with specialized knowledge. And as you can see here, it is considered based when others with that knowledge connect the dots. Almost all of the absurdist references present in Bored Ape Yacht Club are glaringly obvious to the in-crowd and are invisible to anyone who isn't terminally online. I might as well be speaking a different language if I don't prime you on every aspect of this elaborate cipher. Combine this with Bored Ape Yacht Club being valued at over $1 billion, and you have yourself the gold medalists of the Troll Olympics. I had my doubts about all of this. That was until I spoke with one of the top creative directors and internet artists in the world, who is an expert of internet culture, 4chan, and trolling. An artist who has worked with Kanye West, Grimes, and Tame Impala, among other creative projects that you've definitely seen. January 2022, a website goes live called GordonGoner.com. Signed at the very bottom was the signature of Ryder Rips. Ryder Rips is eccentric and is a trendsetter in every regard. He created the Deal With It meme, Dump FM, Internet Archaeology, and V-Files. When it comes to the
Friend of the show? Wait, is this a friend of the show? Oh, Grimes is a friend of the show. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know Ryder Rips.
internet, Ryder Rips is one of the most innovative artists of our generation. It's no secret that he uses internet culture and the nature of trolling to amplify his artistic messages. If there's anyone to educate others on iconography and the meaning behind art, it's Ryder Rips. And if I happen to be the founders of an NFT project manipulating the masses into asserting value on racist imagery, I would not fuck with him. For the past 6 months, Ryder Rips and other researchers have collected all of the data and sources that highlight Bored Ape Yacht Club's successful but depraved continued stunt. And I say continued because they still operate unchecked. 4chan is the gutter of the internet. Founded in 2003 by 15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole, this message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on 4chan typically post as anonymous or anon, as they argue the identity of
most of the stuff you obviously already know because you're brain broken and you probably have lived in those spaces for some time now. But also keep in mind that this video itself is actually for the Norman, the average regular person with a non-broken brain. You know what I mean? With no underlying severe mental illness or anything like that. Mental illness induced by being on the internet for too long. Okay? That's why he's describing 4chan.
To conversations at hand. But the collective anonymous culture of the message board has devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Rips described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan. This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Throughout the internet's history, 4chan has been responsible for trolling mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK hand symbol signified white power. The media ran with it, and as a result, actual white supremacists adopted it as their own.
I was just about to say, like, they literally did the white power as a meme, and then actual white supremacists started using it. Like, they turned it into, like, an actual thing. And they do this all the fucking time.
An internet joke that illuminated a problem with mainstream media, their willingness...
I mean, also, who can forget, I don't know, QAnon, which quite literally was created in 4chan, in a message board where people would act like they had, you know, security clearances and talk about conspiracies and shit. QAnon is another, like, ooh, lol, white power moment. You know what I mean? It straight up is just fucking 4chan roleplay that boomers, unfortunately, got access to, and it broke their fucking brains even further.
To post anything was taken literally, and the meaning of the joke...
No, Q wasn't 8chan first. Q started off in 4chan and then quickly moved on to 8chan. No, QAnon originally started at 4chan and then went over to 8chan.
Changed forever. Another example of this is comedian Sam Hyde being the ghost of Kiev. Lastly, let's talk about the benefit of the doubt. Imagine all of what I'm about to tell you is one giant coincidence. Somewhere along the grocery list of examples of Bored Ape Yacht Club being one massive alt-right
Bro, Tucker Carlson's a bigger comedian than that motherfucker, bro.
Joke is a point at which these similarities are no longer coincidences. Let's call this the tipping point. If I bring up one instance that highlights deliberate Nazi, fascist, or alt-right messaging, you may think to yourself, I see it, but that's a reach. So I ask you, what is your number? At what point do all of these examples become crystal clear in front of your eyes? For me, it was just one. First, let's talk about the apes as a whole. You don't have to look far on social media to see that many people believe the apes in Bored Ape Yacht Club are inherently racist looking. Remember, they could have picked any animal, object, or thing to make an NFT project. Monkeys? Really? It seems a bit random, but we're dealing with deliberate messaging. This is not a mistake. This is Damon Dash, the founder of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z.
And then I don't know if that monkey thing is like, because what's the biggest NFT? It's the ape. Don't you think that's a little condescending to our culture in a little bit?
We was just talking about that.
I feel like, is that a way a nerd is trying to get cute and laugh at us?
We was just talking about that.
Because either way, you should tread lightly with monkey as it relates to our culture, because it's a trigger for us. And they keep doing it. So first I wasn't like, and then I was like, why is everything a gorilla or an ape or a monkey? Why ain't it a penguin or like a panda bear or something? Why is it something that's been used to, disrespect us for years? So I don't know,
Yeah.
And when language is difficult for a creative, that leaves a lot of room for exploitation. So that means a lot of people that can understand may take advantage of those creators that don't want to understand.
Do you guys realize for the last 2 years, they got black people to invest in monkeys and dogs while making fun of us and taking our money from us? But Doge was going to the moon. When y'all get done, go look at Bored Ape Yacht Club and go see the imagery of how it's connected to Nazism. It's damn near the same imagery, but they know we won't study long enough to say, and now look how many billions of dollars they made off of us and our culture, and then the music industry gonna come in with more NFTs and continue to rob us. All we need is us.
The reason people have made this conclusion is because of something called simianization. This refers to comparing ethnic groups to an ape or monkey. Simianization has been used throughout history to put others down in order to dehumanize them. You will see exactly how Bored Ape Yacht Club uses simianization to convey racist themes and undertones. But first, we must understand the culture in which these apes were born. In 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club was launched on April 30th. Which is the exact day that Hitler died. The launch of Bored Ape Yacht Club was actually on the 23rd with a week-long pre-sale, and they sold out before the 30th. However, they made it a point to tell the New Yorker that it was the 30th. I have shown this picture to various artists. This is Bored Ape Yacht Club's main logo that they use across all of their branding and social media accounts. Not too bad, right? How about now? Most of them laugh uncomfortably in sheer disbelief. The audacity to do this is mind-blowing. It does not take a genius to see that this Bored Ape Yacht Club logo is a direct copy of the Totenkopf. The skull and bones represents death and was used by both Prussia and Nazi Germany as a military emblem representing death heads. I only mention Prussia because that will play out later when we examine some of the bored apes. Both logos also have 18 teeth. If you're unfamiliar, the alt-right white supremacists and neo-Nazis love alphanumeric code. The number 18 is a symbol of hate.
Yeah.
More specifically,
Adolf
it's
Hitler.
alphanumeric code for the initials of Adolf Hitler. One being A, 8 being H. One thing to note is that both logos also have a rough edge, which is uncommon in circular emblems. It's just another characteristic that demonstrates they knew what they were copying. Bored Ape Yacht Club was created by a company called Yuga Labs. Like everything in this project, the name has meaning. A little bit about us to start off the new year and what's coming. What's the inspiration behind the name Yuga Labs? We're nerds, and Yuga is the name of a villain in Zelda whose ability is that he can turn himself and others into 2D art. It made sense for an NFT company. When I heard this, I was confused. I've played just about every Legend of Zelda game, and I could not remember for the life of me who Yuga was. You see, Yuga is a boss in The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, the 17th installment of the Zelda franchise available only on the Nintendo 3DS. If you're a self-proclaimed nerd or gamer, you wouldn't source your name from the most obscure Zelda game ever, let alone a game for the 3DS. Everyone knows that Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and even Breath of the Wild are the greatest games in the franchise. I could believe Ganon Labs, after the main antagonist throughout the entire series, Ganondorf, but Yuga? I'm not buying it. There is a specific reason they picked the name Yuga.
I mean,
On Yuga
it's
Labs' website,
fucking-
they pay homage to another project called the Hash Masks. This project was made by a Swiss company known as Suumkuik Labs. This phrase, meaning to each their own, was on the gate of the Buchenwald concentration camp. This phrase was also used on the face of Prussian helmets, and Yuga Labs loved Suumkuik so much that they even took their exact terms of service. Yuga has an entirely different meaning. The phrase Kali Yuga
Yuga
stems from Hinduism, and it refers to an age of
It's the classic. It's the Joe Rogan meme, chat. Like, that's what this is. The Kali Yuga is like what fucking. This is so he's right. This is incredibly esoteric shit. Like it's so fucking incredibly like deep cut memes that when you actually are like trying to craft an argument around like the symbolism, you come across like you're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? But it's also basic 4chan. That's why he started off by showcasing the OK sign, and it's like, and how it was originally a 4chan meme as like a white power meme, but then that was like adopted by like actual white supremacists. But that's just how fucking Nazis are. They love esoteric shit. Like they straight up love it. Like this is, you know, this kind of like symbolism. And the more like normal conservative you are, and the more you move away from fascism, the more you get to like, let's go Brandon. You know what I mean? The average conservative says, let's go Brandon, is a like, instead of fuck Joe Biden, they say let's go Brandon, right? Nazis are like 7 layers deep. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a Kali Yuga meme and shit like that.
If not, hope it gets better.
That's why you have like it's made you so you sound paranoid. Yes. Exactly. But also it's like a very good, like, you know, notice what I'm saying? It's just a way to signal to, it's a very good way to signal to other fucking deep cut racism nerds exactly what you're trying to say. Like 18 is a good example of this, or using something that is like a version of the totem Kolf is a good example of this. Those are a little bit easier to understand. But to the average, to the Norman, you're like, what the fuck is that? 18? It's just probably a random coincidence. The fuck? But to the more, even a little bit more interested parties, 14 and 88 are recognizable. 14 and 88 are recognizable numbers for Nazis. If you see a 14 or an 88 or a 1488, you know the person that you're talking to is a Nazi.
Conflict or darkness.
What is the period we're in now? Because it seems like it's coming to an end.
This is Kali Yuga, man. This is some weird shit that was predicted by the Bhagavad Gita. This is
Guder Damarong, Battle of the Gods,
yeah.
Ragnarok. Tell me.
This is what happens in cultures. Like they go through these
14 is 14 words. For those of you who don't know, 14 is the 14 words, okay? It's a common white supremacist slogan that is basically their credo and their overall goals. It's a white supremacist slogan, which is exactly 14 words, and it reads as, we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. It's 14 words. It was coined by David Lane, who was a part of a white supremacist terror group known as The Order. And that is what the white supremacist worldview is. They want to create a future for white children, specifically white children. Not David Blaine, David Lane. Lane. The more common and mass adopted, popularized usage of the 14 words is, of course, commonly known as the Great Replacement Theory. Something that originally was talked about in white supremacist circles and, you know, Klan rallies and whatnot, and now is very clearly discussed out and about on the Tucker Carlson broadcast. By the way, under Donald Trump, Stephen Miller, who is a white supremacist, like straight up is a white supremacist, would do like little trolly things like this. Like they would write white nativist immigration policies. And, you know, sometimes the DHS would put out, we must secure the border and build the wall to make America safe again. That's not 14 words, though. This is 15 words for the record. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no, that's 14 words. Never mind. It's 14 words, and it starts with, we must secure. Really cool, fun stuff, dude. Love little like you know, LARPing trolling in my Department of Homeland Security PR pieces, you know, press releases.
Pitches, these ups and downs.
The earliest mention of this phrase in internet culture was on September 11th, 2014, by an anonymous user on 4chan, in response to people being upset over Gamergate. Anon replied, I know it is dark at times, but you just gotta learn to enjoy it, man. Embrace being the bad guy. Surf the Kali Yuga. Since then, the phrase spread like wildfire among the alt-right. First, it was made into a t-shirt by Vincent Vauquelin, who founded the French Dissent, an alt-right political party that operated from 2011 to 2021. Apparently, alt-right meme merch went hard, and the new design of the shirt in 2016 featured a toting kaf. And in 2019, a Telegram group called Kali Yuga Surfing Club was created. See anything weird here? The Kali Yuga is one of the cornerstones of traditionalist ideology that was preached by René Guénon, a French occultist and philosopher who is credited for introducing the Kali Yuga to the West. During his life, Guénon moved to Egypt, became Muslim, and preached traditionalism, which consisted of extreme anti-Semitism and an admiration for ancient society.
Bro, that is the most French shit I've ever seen, dude. Oh my God. Anti-Semitism? Oh, dude. Oh, that's so incredibly French, dude. If he also, bro, if he also fucking if he also closes the fucking circle with you know, abolishing age of consent laws, I'm done. I'm done with the video. I can't watch the rest of it. It's just too much, okay? French philosophers, don't be fucking weird challenge. Impossible difficulty.
Societies, which included hierarchies of class and gender. Guénon and Italian-born Nazi sympathizer Julius Evola are both revered and memed on 4chan. You'll find threads in the literature and political boards placing these two on a pedestal and recommending their works for a sense of woke pseudo-intellectualism.
Bro, you know what's really funny? It's like, well, what's really funny is the top of the hour ad break coming at 4:40 instead of the 4:30, because we're doing half of the, you know, middle of the hour ad breaks now. And what's of course not funny is having to watch those ads. But if you're like, oh man, fuck that, I don't want to watch those ads, well then don't worry, you can just subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Okay, by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Or you can also
go back to the document and control
or
plus F88.
You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Okay. But not everyone's lucky. The middle of the hour shit's fucking up my flow, bro. Yeah, I know. I've been switching up on them, you know what I mean? That's on purpose. That's deliberate. Yeah, Kento, they give it the 5, get the subs. This is a really good video so far. I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it! Sometimes I have a really good point that I'm about to make. Oh! I remember what I was gonna say. They're such fucking racism nerds, dude. Like the entire like neo-fascist movement, especially on the internet, is actually no different in many ways than your grandfather's fucking Klan meetings, right? Like, they're so racist that they have to like literally find new and like weird ways of being racist, because like regular vanilla American racism is not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough to just be like, oh yeah, black people, I don't like them. You have to like find like nerdier ways of being like, well, this French philosopher also invented a different kind of anti-Semitism. It was more powerful than the prior version of anti-Semitism. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, how desperate are you to come across as like different that you just have to like find new ways? Like you're looking deep into coming up with new ways of being fucking racist.
Often messages will be left with PBUH, which means peace be upon him, a common Arabic phrase. You see, surfing the Kali Yuga manifested itself on Pole. It became a repeated phrase and dog whistle among users. In fact, embracing the darkness, or surfing the Kali Yuga, is a phrase that the alt-right has adopted in order to communicate a sense of collective. This might melt your brain, but stay with me. It's impossible to show the masses exactly what the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are doing without understanding Chan culture, or how 4chan acts as a think tank and hive mind. One of the worst aspects of Chan culture is pseudo-intellectualism. What you have is a bunch of trolls who haven't seen the light of day, that have collectively convinced themselves they are based, woke.
For the record, like, I mean, there are forward-facing elements of this on Twitch as well. So, well, maybe not so much on Twitch anymore, but because a lot of them do get banned. But especially on Reddit, like there is Reddit in many ways operates as like the public-facing version of this kind of fucking mental illness.
And have the answers to this world. They find solace in knowing specific information compared to normal people.
And the thing is, like, when you're in it, you think it's so fucking cool. Like, you think you're in on something.
No more ads, woo.
The cope they use that 4chan is unfiltered and without upvotes and such. The point is, like, when you're in this space, you probably are so fucking guided by the memes and like by I don't know what the psychological term would be for it, but when you're in a fucking club, you basically operate within that microcosm. When in fact, you're just like a dork. You know what I mean? And in the real world, most people would look towards you as like a gigantic mega dork. And you're stuck in that echo chamber where you personally think you're like going further and further into to like deep cuts and knowledge that is unforeseen for so many other people. Knowledge that is like so scary for other people to even comprehend. And it's just like, it's not. You're just literally doing textbook racist, grandfather racist shit. You just have like a new pseudo-intellectual patina on top of it. But it's still the same old racist shit. And for most people, you know, from the outside, they look at you and they think you're a fucking weirdo. You're not involved in a cool secret club. Literally, the they don't know dance club meme? Yeah, exactly.
Or normies. This is why it's considered esoteric. As a result of this, you have pockets of deranged people who study old texts, scriptures, and societies in order to extract archaic values and worship them. The founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah, to find out who rules you, just look at who you can't criticize in society. Children with cancer. I love that. Every time we talk about 4chan, there's always another motherfucker who's like, yeah, actual 4chaner here. Not all boards are bad. Everyone thinks 4chan is just poll. Not saying there isn't toxic shit. There's tons. But there's a lot to 4chan. A lot more to 4chan than just racism. Okay, bro. Like, have fun then. I mean, I don't even like Reddit. So, like, you're not going to solve me. You're not going to fucking win me over on the 4chan shit. Okay?
A cob.
Go outside, bro. I promise. Like, it's fine. It's going to be all right.
Club are terminally online, smart assholes. I hate to admit it. The founders are clever, and I mean really fucking clever. The four founders are Gordon Goner, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Gargamel, and No Sass. You may be wondering, why do they all have obscure Xbox Live gamer tags? Well, if you think this is innocent, you're not ready for this. Number 1, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Karim Adelaide. Software engineer. On the surface, Emperor...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we get like one fucking dub this year, bro? Really? Really? Can we get one fucking dub this year? Like, honestly, please. Why? Why is it like this, bro? This year's been so bad for the Turks. I swear to fucking God. Masadayız abi. Ulan masa götümüze girdi amına koyayım. Baksana. Allah'ım ya Rabbim. Niye böyleyiz abi? Niye böyleyiz ki? Kerem Atalay bir de. Daha da Türk olamazdı ismi yani herifin. İnanamıyorum.
Brain tumors.
He's Greek, bro. Don't worry about this, bro. He's Greek, bro.
Tomato ketchup sounds like a Fortnite skin. In reality, Emperor Tomato Ketchup is the name of a 1971 film that is banned across the world for containing child pornography. It's about children overthrowing adults and establishing their own supremacy, in which a young boy in a fascist uniform sexually assaults a grown woman. And if you were to ask Tomato himself, he would say he got the name from a Stereolab album, which got its name from the film. Another example of plausible deniability. Number 2, Gargamel. Greg Solano, MFA in writing. If anyone is familiar with the Smurfs, then the name Gargamel might ring a bell. Gargamel is the antagonist who turns sentient beings into money. He is widely known as an anti-Semitic depiction of a Jewish stereotype. And as Ryder Rips pointed out, 4chan also uses the term Gargamel to describe Jewish people. A reoccurring theme that you'll notice is that this entire umbrella of Bored Ape Yacht Club trolling stems from 4chan behavior, which is based on inserting enough absurdity to create plausible deniability. Gargamel is smart, but he's a little sloppy. According to his Reddit post history, he posted a 4chan crypto meme before Bored Ape Yacht Club was even live yet, confirming that he's at least aware of the culture or uses 4chan. Greg Solano, or Gargamel, was a literature major in college and wrote his thesis paper on 2666, which is a book that takes place in Nazi Germany with a main character named after Nazi SS doctor Hans Reiter. He even expressed on his now defunct blog that he wanted to write a fiction novel that blends real history with imaginative events, which is similar to Roberto Bolaño's 2666. This could be a stretch, but I'm reminded here of your writing backgrounds. Do you think there's any parallel between your big conceptual breakthrough to design NFTs for what—
I don't know about that though. He's an MFA dude. Like, you know, isn't this what they fucking do? Like, 2666 was against the Nazis. What the fuck? Bro, that book was on the New York Times top 10 books of 2008. Mega Reach is not a pro-Nazi book. It doesn't matter if it's the Nazis, they'll still take it and twist it into something they can identify around. The writer of 266 Bolaño wrote a book mocking Nazi literature. I'm confused what you meant earlier about French philosophers being anti-Semitic. That the consent laws, things like if Sartre wrote a whole book attacking anti-Semitism. No, there's a lot of anti-Semitism in France, though. That's what the joke was. Anyway, let's continue.
Interest you, not some target demo, and the idea that in writing, sometimes the best stuff comes from channeling what you really want to see, not what some theoretical reader wants. Gargamel says, ever since the Bored Ape Yacht Club, we've seen like 1,000 different avatar collections come up, and a lot of them are really cool. But what we think was special, and what people could kind of read on top of ours, is that we didn't just throw 3D glasses onto apes. And we didn't have a long essay on exactly what this was, but we knew what it was. It's like Wittgenstein's let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, or Hemingway's iceberg theory. We knew what—
You know what's really funny about this? I mean, they did do that. That is exactly what they did. You know what I mean? Like the deep cut esoteric shit might be on background, like about, you know, Nazi memes or whatever. But like that, ultimately, at the end of the fucking day, it's literally just copy paste, you know, ape photos with like minor tweaks on it. It's the same exact thing as every other NFT is and was. I don't even know what the fucking the value of like the basey stuff is now. Can't make fun of this guys. Must I hate NFTs because I bought AMC? Okay.
This world was and why the apes are this way, and that somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random. In this interview, Gargamel literally just confirmed that Bored Ape Yacht Club is his medium for creative writing. First, the quote is cryptic, but it makes a lot of sense given the context of this project. Let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably. Dog whistles, hidden meanings, fiction writing. Nah, man, they're just apes with 3D glasses. You don't understand crypto. In this statement, Gargamel quotes Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian Jewish philosopher believed to have been the boy who went to school with Adolf Hitler from 1903 to 1904. According to writer Kimberly Cornish in The Jew of Linz, she alleges that Hitler alludes to a Jewish boy who is believed to be Wittgenstein in Mein Kampf. Wittgenstein's entire body of work consists of cipher, cryptology, and solving puzzles. Similar to how Bored Ape Yacht Club is one massive puzzle designed to be cracked for the sole purpose of stroking their twisted fanfiction writing boner. Second, he states Hemingway's iceberg
That's the real Elwig, dude. Sorry.
theory, which describes exactly what they're doing. Iceberg theory itself is also a 4chan meme. Greg Solano also has written a book titled The Cinematic Art of World of Warcraft. To say he isn't a sucker for fantasy would be a flat-out lie. We know that Gargamel is a creative fantasy writer. We know that he wrote his thesis paper on a Nazi story. And we know that he wanted to create something similar, blending real and fake events. He literally quoted Ludwig Wittgenstein and iceberg theory, confirmed that there is hidden meaning, and that everything is deliberate in Bored Ape Yacht Club. Prior to Bored Ape Yacht Club, Greg Solano even stated he wanted to create a Lovecraftian themed
Why'd you say
NFT
at Asmongold? Explain yourself. The fuck did Asmongold do? What?
project. And if you know anything about Lovecraft, he was a notorious white supremacist, often weaving his prejudices as the basis for his stories. The frustration that Ryder Rips and others have felt, myself included, with the public's perception of this criticism is immense. You can't begin to educate people on this when they're too ignorant to realize that they're being played. Bored Ape Yacht Club, in a way, is a social experiment in making fun of people who are easily influenced. Crypto bros and everyone who sucks off technocrats included. It is a commentary on the number going up forever, or the wag me crowd, which lives by the slogan, we're all going to make it. This is a very real sentiment shared by thousands of people on the internet, which the founders of this project have profited off of immensely. All it took was celebrity worship, proper funding, fueled by a dystopian political agenda to get fascist propaganda on the world stage. Let me be clear, I'm not saying buzzwords just to say them. This is what's happening. 3. Gordon Goner, or Wiley Aronow, also a creative writer. The third founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by Gordon Goner, the same name Ryder used for the website, piecing this all together. This was done for SEO purposes, so that when you type in Gordon Goner on Google, Ryder's website pops up first. In an interview with Wiley from 2014, he stated, "The only book that I don't like is Mein Kampf, but I haven't read it." When asked innocently about books, he resorted to making Hitler jokes. Yeah, there's probably nothing to see here, right? This is just more proof that Wiley's attempt at edgy humor dates.
Bro, I just feel, I don't know. I mean, I already hate cryptocurrency, and like way before we even arrive at like this Nazi shit. But I could totally see these dudes just being like fucking nerds that are trying to make like edgy jokes. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're like I just I don't know how like Bored Ape Yacht Club is going to fucking bring about like the new era, the new Reich. You know what I mean? I think at a certain point it is too esoteric to legitimately make leeway. You know what I mean? No, of course the video is going to go deeper. We're 20 minutes in. I'm just working through this, okay? I'm working through it alongside of you. This is called live reacting to a video, okay? Hello? I'm giving you what my perspective is right now, okay? Calm down. how it works.
Back to 2014. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gordon Goner stated he chose the name because it sounded like Joey Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones. It should be known that Bored Ape Yacht Club's connection to the Rolling Stone is not random. It's through Neil Strauss, author of The Game, who is apparently writing about the subculture of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
King.
Gordon Goner is a full-phrase anagram for Drongo Negro. Drongo is Australian slang for stupid, and Negro means black. Drongo is also tossed around on 4chan and Reddit. It's not simply a random word. It is also conveniently a species of black bird. Another example of a hyper-specific double-meaning term or phrase in Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's not much else known about Wiley Arano, aka Gordon Goner.
I guess it's like too many coincidences for it to be like just all random happenstance. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just like way, way, way too many. I think they're, like I said, I think they're like 4chan nerds who LARP as like Nazis, and I don't really care about them regardless. Like I think they suck anyway. You know what I mean? Like, like they're like, even if they're like, the difference between them being like straight up Nazis versus like being fucking nerdy, like, oh, I'm just trying to be edgy because I like broke my brain on 4chan on poll, and now I literally fucking now I think that I'm like in on this like cool thing, and I'm just like pointing to it secretly. Is nothing. It's the difference between either of those is just marginal ultimately, especially because, you know, they're doing crypto NFT shit, which I hate anyway, regardless. They're both tech lords and Nazis, so all they could do is all this because they're nerds. Yeah, I mean, still.
Besides loose leads that allege he's a crypto fascist. And his dad is literally Don Arano, portrayed by John Travolta in Speed Kills. Both Gargamel and Gordon Goner are writers and creatives, according to the CEO of Yuga Labs.
It's unintentionally spreading Nazi shit, though? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. You're crazy if you think that. No, it's like so insanely fucking, it is way too fucking, it is way too inside baseball, way too esoteric for it to be like, to legitimately be like spreading Nazi propaganda. Tucker Carlson spreads white supremacist, straight up fucking fascist propaganda every night. He's the most popular news broadcaster in this fucking country, and he does an incredible job at it. He is so remarkably good at spreading Nazi propaganda in a palatable way without ever saying that he's a Nazi. As a matter of fact, even sometimes saying Democrats are Nazis or Democrats are fascist. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's really good propaganda. This shit is just like a bunch of fucking nerds who I feel like are just like making fun of all the black celebrities and just like celebrities in general that buy into this shit that they've been able to successfully tap into by utilizing capitalism. Do you get it? I think this is a big deal because it starts with dog whistles and community building. I don't think you can be reductive about it. It's how you form groups. No, I just, no, that's a damn good thing. Thank you. Don Himmler did this shit. Brother, you cannot compare what these fucking dinguses are doing to Himmler. Are you fucking insane? No, dude. That's directional and focused and principled even, okay? What that is serving a fucking purpose. This is just like, oh, lol, just memes. You know what I mean? That's why I gave you the Tucker Carlson example. Tucker Carlson is doing it. These guys are just making money while also making fun of these fucking people that don't get it, while also pointing to the fucking, you know, edgelord memes that they've been able to sneak into something, into like the popular lexicon, popular culture. That's how the alt-right started, just memes. Okay, dude, but there are memes and then there are fucking memes, okay? Some of them, some memes are directional. Like, a lot of, let's forget memes for a second. Let's not even talk about this from the framework of memes, but from the framework of propaganda. Okay? 14 words, or even like the reinterpretation of like white genocide, or defending white people or classifying something as white is propaganda. Okay? Claiming that there's white people, white culture, and that needs to be defended is propaganda, and it's very successful propaganda. Saying white power before it was recognized as like a calling card for white supremacists was propaganda. Saying all lives matter is a more contemporary version of the white power propaganda. How is that propaganda? They're taking emancipatory movements and using that language to defend their worldview and to make it seem to make it seem as though their worldview is not horrifically reactionary and outright violent, but instead it's like a defensible perspective. It's an honorable cause. Do you understand? That's directional propaganda with a sole purpose, with the sole purpose of spreading that idea to as many people as possible. Okay? That's how you do white nationalist propaganda. This stuff is just like so extreme that you need to read a fucking entire textbook on racism to even understand some of the things that they're even pointing to. Do you get it? They're just like a bunch of fucking bored, probably racist, maybe not even fucking racist, but like trying to be edgelordy nerds that peppered in this shit into their otherwise, unfortunately, incredibly successful capitalist endeavor. And now it's just like one big in-joke that made them $1 billion fucking dollars. You get it? Like, it's not like the Bored Ape Yacht Club is like saying we have to defend our future. They're not doing like 1350. Like, they're not. They're adding numerical references, but they're not actually fucking making a statement that would have any kind of staying power. They're not making any statement that actually would change anyone's minds. They're 100% racist. Do not equivocate on this. No, them being racist ultimately is completely irrelevant to like whether or not they are, whether or not they're able to get anything out of this that is like dangerous or scary, other than just like milk a bunch of fucking idiots for money. You get it?
Nicole Muniz.
Can you take me back to the origin story of Bored Ape Yacht Club?
It was almost exactly a year ago. Garga, who's one of the founders, texted Gordon with, hey, let's make a NFT. So Garga and Gordon were both really into crypto. They were really active in the community, but they are writers. That's actually their background. They are storytellers, they're creatives. And so like crypto was this thing that like they were fascinated by and they like loved, but they were never able to actively participate in. Like,
how much slurp juice do I need to use on my ape to make it less racist? You can't, brother. But the racism is the power, okay? The racism comes from the slurp juices. And honestly, I've been saying this and people still don't understand that you can use 3 slurp juices on an ape, okay? And you get 3 different apes as a consequence of that. And people still don't understand it, dude. Fuck.
There's a barrier to entry,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, because it was technical. Yeah. And they're not technical. They're writers, they're creatives, they're storytellers. Like that's what
I think the funniest part about this is that like this motherfucker got a master's in fucking fine arts. And the best thing that they could come up with is like some esoteric Nazi memes baked into a fucking literal copy-pasted ape, okay? And because our society is so fundamentally fucking broken under our capitalist existence where they just want to fucking make money so desperately and looking for shortcuts so desperately that like they clinged onto this fucking thing. That's the greatest creative mark you have left on society is copy-pasted apes, dog. That's you honestly, I mean, video game yourself at that point. You know what I mean? You're an abject failure. Okay? If you care about the genuine creativity that you were bringing to the table, you have failed. You failed. You've done nothing. It's so sad.
You?
So it's entirely critical that you understand the context of anything. So the issue with Bored Ape Yacht Club is that they're not providing any context. The context that they provided is that literally it's meaningless. They said that these are just apes in a swamp who like drawing penises on a penis wall. That's the official story of Bored Ape Yacht Club from the mouth of Nicole, the CEO. Like, that's it. Like, end. Done. Like, there's nothing else.
They called me with like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and like, you know, just explaining the idea. And I kind of giggled and was like, oh yeah, I mean, but people are just gonna draw penises. And that was it. Like, I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. We hung up, but like the stupid thing that I said that I never would have thought about transformed into, well, what if they do draw penises?
Yeah.
And where do people draw penises? And, you know, it turned into, well, it's a bathroom.
Right.
You know, it's a toilet stall. And it's a dive bar.
Oh,
But it's not a dive bar. It's a yacht club that's a dive bar. But it's in a swamp. And it's gonna be this like future vision of Miami. And, you know, it's all of these like bored apes. And they just created this like story and this world.
Let's play a game.
This is like, what? What the fuck? What is... What? Yeah, no, these are the storytellers of our generation, dude. You know what I mean? These are, wow, sounds great to me. I mean, respect. NFTs are all going to be a fart in the wind soon. Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.
Name of I Spy. The cover of this Rolling Stone art is a direct reference to Hieronymus Bosch, who painted pictures like these in order to hide things in them. Spot the racist dog whistle.
The totem, I mean, what? Is it this? And then this? What is that?
Ape hands are a racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything?
This is what I mean. It's like the funniest part about it is like their output sucks and it's so marginal. You know what I mean? Like their output is so fucking lame and like ultimately is not good. They boosted their fucking racism stats and then forgot the fucking, I don't know. They forgot the respec and put some into creativity. You know what I mean? This is why fascist art can only like try to copy like actual revolutionary or even like actual art. They can't do it. Like they're just they can't come up with anything on their own that's like new or different. They have no creativity.
Interesting? What's up with these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. SAS, Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by SAS, and going off the theme of hidden meanings throughout their entire project, this is also deliberate. SA is the abbreviation for Sturmabteilung, and SS for the Schutzstaffel. SAS, or SASS, is the combination of the two primary Nazi military divisions. There are two possibilities that explain the behavior of the founders. Number one is easy. They are neo-Nazis. Number two is a bit more complex, and Ryder believes we need new terms to describe what's happening. In other words, this is an internet troll's wet dream, post-ironic racism on the world stage. This means that this is a meme, but it doesn't look like one because there's nothing to indicate otherwise. This can also be described as pose law. It's impossible to know if someone someone is joking unless they add an LOL at the end of a message to indicate how it's supposed to be perceived. In other words, Bored Ape Yacht Club founders are layering on the irony of troll behavior to the point where it's just doomed. The best way I can describe it is beating a dead horse until the horse comes alive again and then dies again from the irony. February 4th, 2022, Katie Natopoulos, a writer at BuzzFeed, wrote an article covering the identities of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
And then they were like, you fucking... They were like, you dox these people. You fucking dox these people. It's like, bro, it's $1 billion fucking... Like, she is a news reporter, and she's talking about like a $1 billion art project, if you want to call it that, even though it's not. It's like it's basically securities trading. Guy neo-Nazi, this guy, there's plenty of fucking Turks on 4chan. Turks post, motherfucker. You don't know this? Why do you think the cockroach meme exists? Because Turks post all the goddamn time, and they post so fucking hard that all the other Nazis in other countries are like, fuck these Turkish motherfuckers. Let's find something racist towards them. So they call them cockroaches. Turk roaches. That's where Turks don't stop posting. They never stop posting.
Club. And where exactly do you think she got her information from? Ryder Rips. However, she stated, Solano and Arano don't appear to have any particular red flags, which, as we know, is a flat-out lie. Pressured by Guy Oseri, Kate Natopoulos ran a softball story in an effort to save face. The more degenerative side of 4chan, including white nationalists,
or, in the interest of defending Kate here, she just didn't even fucking know. Like, because, look, myself, and also obviously Philion as well, like we're brain broken. Like we're on the internet even more than like a BuzzFeed internet news reporter. Kate Natopoulos is like usually pretty on it, but I mean this stuff is so incredibly fucking this stuff is so incredibly deep cut that like you have to be, you have to be like tier 3 brain broken to fucking comprehend any of this shit.
Enjoy participating in the cult of Kek, a metaphorical fictitious religion that worships Pepe the Frog. Think of it as a tribe on 4chan.
It's just like, dude, if you've had sex one time, all of this is just gone, pee pee poof. You know what I mean? Like you have to have re-virginized after many years of being like a sexless fucking weirdo, like a turbo virgin, for you to even recognize this as anything but like, what is this, a children's cartoon? What the fuck's going on? Praise Kek? You know what I mean? And yes, chat, I mean all of us, okay? Yes, every single one of us in this chat falls in the category of re-virginized turbo virgins, okay? I'm talking about us, motherfucker. The fact that we even know what this is, even if we don't, even if we're not like obviously supporting it or hyping it up, implies that we are re-virginized weirdos, okay?
Who considers everyone else not in the know as normies. They wave the Kekistan flag, which is an exact ripoff of Prussia and Nazi Germany's war-mocked symbol. Their mission? Troll the liberals at all costs through meme warfare. By having shared symbolism and jokes, it is a way to communicate or dog whistle to other members that they, quote, embrace the principles of chaos and destruction that are central to alt-right thinking. The term Kek originated from World of Warcraft. When a Horde player types LOL to an alliance, LOL is then translated into gibberish spelling out Kek. This is because the two opposing factions in the game can't communicate with each other unless they are on the same faction. It just so happens that Kek is an Egyptian god that looks like a human with a frog head, hence Pepe. And guess what Kek was the god of? Darkness and chaos. Sound familiar? Surfing the Kali Yuga was not the only surfer innuendo that the alt-right adopted as lingo. In fact, they also used the word cowabunga to signify their alt-right beliefs to fellow members of the alt-right. It just so happens that one of Bored Ape's founder's wife had this exact lingo in her bio, which has now been deleted. And in September,
like, dude, oh my god, I'm so happy that this fucking movement is like falling apart. Jesus Christ. I mean, in many ways, you can see why it was destined for failure, but goddamn. And of course, America is incredibly white supremacist, so there's still plenty of it to go around. But like this specifically is partially this Like, this is so ineffective across the board that it's like, this is a sign of positivity here. I think I'm seeing the silver lining here, where it's like this is part of the reason why they have nothing. Okay? Like, they did Charlottesville, and then after that, it was like, oh, fuck. Like, we got our shit pushed in. And everybody was like, oh, man, these guys are fucking Nazis. And since then, they have tried to you know, build this back, but all you get is like Patriot Front dickheads, you know what I mean? And so the ones that are true believers or whatever go back and fractionalize even fucking further. And it's kind of, in a way, it's honestly, in a weird way, kind of what you see in like leftist circles as well. You know, the fucking Trotskyites despising Stalinists who all hate the anarchists. You know what I mean? It's like ultimately completely irrelevant. You're just fighting amongst yourselves for no reason. I'm not making a moral equivalence between leftists and obviously, you know, Nazis or whatever. Obviously, there is no moral equivalent there. One is on the right side of history, and the other one is just fucking weirdo Nazis who want to see the world burn. But good. I'm glad that they're, you know, I'm glad that they're fighting. Trotsky, it's not Trotskyites. Yeah, exactly.
September 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club challenged the internet with a series of puzzles. Whoever cracked the secret codes would receive a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, a Bored Ape NFT, a Mutant Serum NFT, and 10 Ethereum. At the time, the value of these prizes added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. This puzzle will demonstrate just how far the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club are willing to go in order to play out their racist fantasy. This information is taken directly from this user's post on Medium. This whole puzzle started with a single stealthy tweet. Somebody left a strange note at the bar. The image contains a message, "Come find me below," with the cipher text of U8JJ6. This is a keyboard cipher, where if you look at the keys below each letter on a keyboard, you see that it spells /Jimmy. Entering this after boredapeyyachtclub.com will take you to a new page, and you are able to load a puzzle game. Jimmy the monkey is back on his bullshit again. In the clubhouse, the game is a 2D screen where you can click on rooms and interact with various objects. Most of the rooms contained a puzzle. The boat room contains a single interactable object in the room, which is a wall of dancing men. If you know a bit about ciphers, it's fairly quick to recognize that this is a Dancing Man cipher. The Dancing Man cipher is from Sherlock Holmes. Decoding the cipher reveals the following message. This isn't a puzzle clue. Suck on a banana, bozo. Love, Jimmy. This seemed to be a troll as it was not used in the final solution. The party room has 2 interactable objects in it. The first object is a dog collar with the numbers 0010 on it. This is just the ID number for the exact NFT that you would win if you were to crack the puzzle. The second object is a party poster containing song lyrics. The puzzle gives a selection of song lyrics sorted in alphabetical order by word, with one of the words being replaced by the word monkey. Solving this puzzle involves taking each lyric word bank, identifying the song, and figuring out which part of the song the lyrics are referencing. You sort each word in that set of the lyrics in ABC order and figure out what word has been replaced with monkey. This results in the following troll message. Wasted your time on this one, stupid apes. Entering the pool area presents you with 2 puzzles, one located on the inflatable duck in the pool and the other on a drink menu located next to the bar. This puzzle presents a list of duck-themed clues and their answer length. Going through and solving all of the clues results in the list below.
This unironically turns me, like, looking into this turns me into Pol Pot, dude. You need to sterilize every fucking 4-eyed freak, okay? Like, straight up, and myself included. Like, I'll take the L on this, okay? If you're a fucking nerd, prison, gulag.
With this answer set, reading the first letter of each answer gives the phrase "cocktails are shaken," which is a clue for the puzzle located next to the bar. Using the hint from the previous puzzle, we now know that this menu list is an anagram of cocktails. In addition, the text at the bottom of the menu indicates something extra was added to the drinks, hinting to there likely being an extra letter not used in the cocktail anagram. With there being 26 menu items, it seemed highly likely the extra letters or the cocktails used every letter A to Z for ordering when done. It is quickly realized all the cocktails start with a unique letter A to Z that, when put in order and reading the extra letters, gives orange liqueur used in spritz. Final answer, Aperol. Upon entering the kitchen, a sheet can be found lying next to the sink. This puzzle provides instructions on what to do, beginning by
way too
identifying
dank,
the dishes
dude.
that are clued on the left and filling out the blanks on the right. The extracted letters, highlighted yellow on the sheet, spell the phrase Gibraltar's Barbary, which is referencing a specific monkey that lives on Gibraltar, the Barbary macaque. Final answer, macaque. In the library, you can start by clicking on the bust on the top of the shelf, which contains a puzzle scroll. This puzzle is a Mad Gab style puzzle as hinted by the title, Bus dan Dush Elf, which, when read aloud, sounds like bust on a shelf. You can make 4 Mad Gab style phrases using one word from each column on the scroll. The output of each Mad Gab is its own clue to a word. This final output is yet again a Mad Gab where ooze 6 ciphers can be read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows you an enlarged version.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Why can't all Nazis do this instead of loading up into U-Hauls? Yeah, no, this is great. Like, crypto fascists should just unironically only do this. Like, also, you know what this is like? It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know if this is real or not, but isn't there a meta or a meme about like how the CIA would like put puzzles, put puzzles out there, and if you were able to solve it, like, you know, you crack the code.
Pussies, lol.
We have to, you know, that means you're like really smart. We're gonna get you to join the fucking CIA, right? Oh, Cicada, exactly. The Cicada Project, or whatever the fuck, right? So. Them or Google did it too, yeah. So this is like Nazis. This is like to find one extra Nazi nerd to bring into your group of friends. You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys looking for, a fucking 4th on your dungeon? Like, they were just like looking for a D&D partner, and they were like, they have to be as brain broken as we are and also as nerdy as we are. To join our racism club. You know what I mean? Cicada 1488, exactly.
Of the bookshelf. This bookshelf contains many different patterns throughout. As you start to group the patterns together, you will discover there are 6 separate puzzles using 6 different ciphers, as hinted in the previous puzzle contained in the shelf items. The monkey hands. There are 6 hands throughout the shelves using American Sign Language.
Video can be easily debunked by just visiting their website. Do it. What website? The Basie website or whatever?
Language to spell weapon. Naval flags. There are 6 international maritime signal flags throughout the shelves that spell Nassau. 5-bit binary. There are 6 groups of books colored orange and green. These books are 5-bit binary, which provides 10010, 00101, 00001, 10011, 01111, 01110. These can be converted to their decimal equivalent of 1851191514, which can then be further converted to letters to read reason. Clocks. There are 6 clocks through the shelves. Each.
Couldn't you literally just do this without unlocking any of the other stuff, though? You could just like look at this and go, what if that's a binary? You know what I mean? What the fuck? This is crazy.
Clock face has a different time, with both hands clearly visible. Using the clock hands as a flag semaphore, you can obtain the letters to spell salute. Book titles. There are some books facing forward with their titles clearly visible, and after reading through the titles, you will notice some of the words are from the NATO alphabet. Echo, Mike, Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar, and when you extract the first letter of each NATO word, it will spell embryo. Morse code. Between each of the bookshelves is a repeating pattern of a lighter color. Each shelf is a separate letter spelled using Morse code. If you decode the Morse for each shelf, it will spell analog. Now that we have all the words extracted, we need to extract the final answer. Looking at the words for a moment, it can be seen that the first letter of each word can spell answer when ordered correctly. Since the first letter spelled answer, we extracted the last letters to see if it provides an answer to the puzzle. The extract is Guanan, which is a breed of old world monkey, and it's the name of Rene Guanan. The game room contained 2 objects you can—
Dude, stop. Oh my God. No. Bro, dude, let him have this. Let him have this. Actually, let him have this. No, like literally, just let him have it. It's just like, dude, just be into trains, brother. What's wrong with you? Why are you this into fucking Nazi shit? Just be into train. Be normal. Like, why can't you have normal autism and be really into public transit and trains? Why? Why do you have to be about this? It's fucking insane. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Why? Why do you have to do this?
Interact with. The first one is a game called Jimmy the Asshole, which, after some playing, didn't appear to contain a puzzle. The second one is the Game Room Puzzle. The flavor text for the puzzle is, there are lots of games to play here if you can figure out the rules. It also has some pictures of Hangman and Tic-Tac-Toe. These are big hints for what you are looking for and what the solution is going to be. The solution for this puzzle involved taking each puzzle string and figuring out the puzzle rules that encoded the text. Here is one example. There are a lot of P's, so we want to analyze that first. You start by separating each line by P. We are looking for game-related words, so we can guess the two words here are card and canasta. With these two, we can deduce that the rule for this puzzle is to replace the first letter with P, which can then be reversed from the cipher, which gives the following clue: card worth 50 in canasta. The answer to this clue is Joker. However, we aren't done here just yet. Now we need to apply the same rule we discovered, replace first letter with P, to this answer to get a new answer out related to games. Applying
This is Nationalist Treasure. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. This is like, this is Da Vinci Code Nazi edition. Like, it's so whack. It's so fucking, oh God. It just like makes me, it actually makes me feel like, in a weird way, it makes me feel, one, positive about the overall like future of the Nazi movement. Okay. And two, it's just like these guys have turned into the fucking Amish at this point. They're like literally just a bunch of insulated, self-referencing nerds for racism. You know what I mean?
Dead inside.
Like, they're just, the only thing they're doing is just inbreeding, okay? And that's probably harmful for their future generations, but, well, I guess, you know, the Mennonite and the Amish are fucking. These guys certainly aren't, you know what I mean? So they're just insulated and no sex having as well. So even worse.
The rule to Joker results in poker, the actual solution to this puzzle line. Here is the rest. Taking the first letter from each solution, you get the following phrase: Drooper's apartment pal. Drooper is a character from the Banana Splits, and his apartment pal is Bingo. Bingo is an ape, so we can confidently determine the answer is Bingo. The attic is one of the more difficult puzzles, and before we dive into it, we first have to talk about the skeleton in the crawl space. The skeleton in the crawl space has a bunch of three-letter phrases and some numbers, with the flavor text of NTH plus EAT. We know that we're trying to combine the phrases to spell words, with the numbers most likely being the length of each word. There's really no approach other than maybe looking up words that start with or words that end with, but the best place to start was realizing that NTH and EAT were clued as being connected and could spell N, the, at. After that,
bro, I feel so bad for Fillion. Like, you really had to fucking, bro, even learning this much, like, you had to learn way too much for this, dude. This sucks. Like, god damn, bro. This is not good for anybody to know. Like, why did you do this, man? That's crazy. Like, halfway through this, you should have just been like, all right, I'm going to leave this alone, actually. These guys are fucking insane.
It is mixing and matching until you get something good out. The output you get is Anastasia Steele really loves the hexes used in the attic. This is a reference to Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey, which is referencing that the hex color codes in the attic are gray codes. This is basically a second hint for Bought It, which you can see in the attic section below. The attic starts with an image with some pixels and flavor text about having to feel your way around in the dark. This is a reference for being blind and hinting towards the pixels being Braille. The phrase you get out of using colored pixels as Braille dots: beginners always unlock dim old tones. What? If you take the first letter of each word as hinted by the word beginners, you get Bought It, which is a type of cipher. This is the one puzzle you can right click and export the image, and it just so happens to be SVG. So we can extract the hex color codes accurately for the next step as hinted by the skeleton puzzle. Extracting all of the binary codes out and removing the lead 0, you get the following. Using Bought It encoding on the binary, you get the following. The only interesting thing we get is Calamar, which is another type of cipher. This suggests that our extract is valid, but the rest of it is cipher text. We can then use the string with a Calamar transposition solver, but without a key, it was just a bunch of guessing words as a key. Solvers of this puzzle got stuck here for a while until it was noticed that attempting some auto solves on the grid, assuming 6 columns instead of 8, resulted in the final 8 letters looking like a scrambled version of Visionaire. Given the first set of data gave us column.
Listen, if you're in Twitch chat right now and you're thinking, what am I doing with my life? Like, oh my God, I literally spend 10 hours a day on fucking Twitch watching this dude, you know, Hassan. You might even be one of those people who like fucking hates me and is like writing on multiple sock accounts about how much I suck or whatever the fuck, right? But at least you're not this guy, not Philly. And I'm saying like whoever made all this shit, you know what I mean? So like, hey, take solace in that, take comfort in that. Know that there's someone out there that is already like way sadder than you. Okay? These guys. There you go. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for not being this level fucking deranged. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, there's always someone worse out there, dude. There's always someone worse off. Just play a video game, brother. What's wrong with you? Just literally, like, I don't know, learn a skill. Talk to a girl for once in your life. Jesus Christ. Or avoid seeing the ads at the middle of the hour, which come at the middle of the hour today, by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. That's the real enigma. Okay? I'm going to show you this. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and I'm going to show you what you look like showing your NFTs to other people, okay? But yeah, this is paywalled content. We're continuing on with our incredible journey into this fucking space, okay? But if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5. You can do that for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. Sussy Joao do Brazil, thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
Joker! Micro Joker!
Okay, these dudes actually look super sick.
So that gave me time to watch the stream. Hassel has
I don't know why this guy is saying like what you look like showing NFTs to people in the wild, because like what? So super cool?
Jump! Authorize. Rogue rise! Perfect rise! When the followers cross.
They look sick as fuck. Wait, this guy's a crypto guy too. Will you look like showing your NFTs to other people? Now use those belts to get laid. But he's like an NFT guy. Anyway, let's continue.
And having it almost end with Visionaire now, another type of cipher, was too likely to be a coincidence. Putting some effort in manually with a 6-column assumption, you're able to get the following. Using columnar key of 412563 or 214563 gives an output that spells Visionaire at the end, giving us the following possible strings. Cutting Visionaire off the end and taking the remaining letters, we try to decrypt the cipher using Visionaire and testing keywords relating to Bored Apes and the puzzle. Eventually, they landed on the following: Australopithecus. At this point, it's time to solve the
Visionaire, more like virgin, dude. Fucking got him.
Final solution. Taking the answer from each puzzles and sorting them in ABC, we get the following words: Aperol, Australopithecus, Bingo, Guanan, Macaque. If we examine the answers, we can extract even more information about what they mean. Aperol is an orange liqueur that only got popular after World War II. This answer is different than all the others, considering it is a drink that is meant to be ingested. Going off that theme, perhaps this is a metaphor for taking the red pill, as it sometimes appears red in color. Aperol also just has the word ape in it. Australopithecus. Of all the different possible answers they could have chosen, they landed on Australopithecus. Here's a little anthropology for you. In 1931, Ludwig Cole Larsen joined the Nazi Party and later undertook an expedition to German East Africa in search for a primitive man. In 1938 to 1939, he discovered Australopithecus afarensis at Laetoli without realizing the importance of his find. Ludwig attempted to prove that all people have a common origin, but that African people remain.
What we have found out throughout this entire video is that Ludwigs, lots of L's, dude. Lots of L's that Ludwigs have taken throughout history, okay?
Crypto non-sex havers cackle.
Not as big as what the one Mozart took, but...
in the state of primitive men, while the Aryan race had developed. Such scholarship was at odds with most anthropological concerns of the day in Africa. He then later lost his position as professor in the course of the denazification after the war. Cole Larsen is not highly regarded amongst contemporary East Africanists. Bingo. Bingo the gorilla is a major yet final antagonist in the 2019 directive.
Mozart was Amadeus, was Beethoven. You fucking fuck you, okay? Shut up. I'm stupid.
Video horror comedy film The Banana Splits movie. Bingo and his friends are animatronics created by Carl to entertain children as the banana splits. However, after the show is canceled, Bingo and his friends start a killing spree. You want to know something even creepier? Bingo only has 3 lines in the movie.
I wonder how the show's gonna end. Time's almost up. Time's almost up.
Bingo's last and most famous words. The only words Bingo ever says sounds just like accelerationism.
Oh, that's a bingo. Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo. You just say bingo. Flex. Bingo! How fun!
Guanan has double entendre. He's the father of traditionalism, bringing the Kali Yuga to the West, and Guanan is also a species of monkey. Macaque also has double entendre. Macaque is a racial slur and a type of monkey. By definition, there is a clear distinction of what type of monkey both Guanan and macaques are. They are part of the Old World classification of monkeys. In 2006, a Virginia senator was called out for using this slur. With close ties to Virginia, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club would definitely be aware of this political disaster.
I don't know about that.
Gotten in trouble with words that you've uttered. Let me bring you back to August 11th. You were at a campaign stop and a young man who was videotaping it for the web.
That was macaca, not macaque.
Can someone tell me what we are watching? Just tuned in and so confused, lol.
You can make a video like this about any person with connections to 4chan, edgy internet culture. You can schizo string back any reference to 4chan since it's created so much internet culture. That doesn't mean it's intentional or they know the origins.
As rant.
I think ultimately, like, yeah, a lot of internet culture begins at 4chan, and a lot of 4chan culture revolves around, like, fucking, I don't know,
14 months of
inserting little, like, racist dog whistles into shit, like inserting little Nazi memes into shit. And ultimately, that's only relevant if you want to, like, figure out who a Nazi is. But, like, These guys at this point are so incredibly fucking, they're like so incredibly cast aside and in like dark circles that it doesn't even, I don't know.
Campaign was there also. Let's watch.
Happy 21
This fella
months.
here over
My
here
mom
with
says
the
that
yellow
I
shirt,
enjoy watching
Makaka,
why
or
people
whatever
are
his
happy
name
Hassel
is.
has buffed.
He's with my opponent. And let's give a welcome to Makaka here. Welcome to America and the real world of Virginia.
And here's the young man, S.R. Siddharth. He's a resident of Virginia, an American citizen, straight-A student at Fairfax High School, and now goes to the University of Virginia. Critics say that Makaka is a racist slur and that you used it because he was dark-skinned. What did you specifically mean when you said, welcome to America and the real Virginia? Why did you use those words toward a dark-skinned American?
Tim, I made a mistake. I said things thoughtlessly. I've apologized for it as well I should. But there was no racial or ethnic intent to slur anyone. If I had any idea that...
He's like, listen, brother, I'm in Virginia. I'm running for Senate. I'm a racist. What did you think I was going to do? I mean, I'm a racist, sir. Sir, I'm an American politician. What do you think? What did you think I wanted to do? Have you seen my constituents? Sir, I am a racist person. This is what I like to do. I like to be racist. Sometimes I like to do it off camera, most of the time actually, but now I'm doing it on camera. I did racism in the wrong place, sir. I forgot. This is what you're supposed to do, but like you're supposed to do dog whistle. I said a slur. And this is what I do for the most part, okay? Please vote for me.
Word, and to some people in some parts of the world was an insult. I would never do it because it's contrary to what I believe.
Well, where'd the word come from? It must have been in your
just made up.
It's not West Virginia, Lamafau. What do you mean, bro? There's like plenty of fucking race people in Virginia too. What are you talking about, bro?
Made up word.
My theory is that the primate answers of this puzzle are a direct reference to the founders of the project, and Aperol could be seen as the red pill. The Boogaloo Boys were born on the weapon board of 4chan known as K. Think of them as paramilitary incels, or Chan LARPers. They can be classified by their Hawaiian shirts and absurdist meme styles to make anyone who calls them out look insane. It can be a very effective tactic when trolling. This Bored Ape Yacht Club shirt is an exact Boogaloo Boy Hawaiian shirt used to LARP by 4chan users. This is Ape 1488. The number 14 is a neo-Nazi dog whistle. It is a direct reference to the white supremacist slogan known as the 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and future for white children. The slogan was coined by David Lane, a member of the white supremacist terrorist group known as the Order. The number 88 is white supremacist alphanumerical code for HH, which stands for Hail Hitler. 1488, which is also included in the ADL database or the Anti-Defamation League, is a combination of these two hate symbols.
But the fact is, guys, I've been on the internet 20 years. I know pretty much about every single different slur that's in the English language and a few in other languages as well. So not only do I understand all the slurs, I also understand the euphemisms like 1488.
Here is where it gets really dark. What do you see on this ape?
Oh, I asked him to be like, I'm the lore master of slurs, brother, okay? Listen. You think I know everything about WoW mounts, dude? Guess what? Also, I know everything about slurs, too.
Happy Father's Day. Hugs and kisses.
I know literally, I got the lore of racism. Do you understand?
No, not the bloodshot eyes. This ape is wearing a prison outfit with the numbers 0198. 07. If we take out the zeros, a practice in cryptography called null padding, we are left with 1987, which we can deduce is a year. You see, 1987 is a reference to the year that Rudolf Hess, a Nazi hero, died in the Spandau prison in West Berlin as a result of his conviction during the Nuremberg trials. It was destroyed the same year to prevent it from becoming a neo-Nazi shrine. Not everyone who has a Bored Ape is aware of the inherent racism. Let me point your attention to the sales activity tab. If someone is is selling an ape, they set the price. Interestingly enough, there is a pattern of selling apes for variations of 88 Ethereum, ending prices in 0.88 or 0.14. This is a cut and dry example of esoteric racism. Ape 6969 features the same prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet with a shit-eating grin. This is a troll hidden in plain sight designed to mock everyone who looks at it. The odds of Ape 6969, which is a troll in itself, having both the prison jumpsuit and a Prussian helmet is statistically near impossible. Apes in the Bored Ape Yacht Club project are adorned with various characteristics. This can include clothing, accessories, eyes, faces. Anything you see on these apes can be randomly generated to produce the final product that we see as an ape. By design, some of these characteristics are more rare than others, which means more desirable, which results in a higher price. Some of these characteristics are harmless, but there is a definite through line with one characteristic in particular: headwear. The Prussian helmet is known as a Pickelob, which is a reference to the German Empire from 1871 to 1919. The Vietnam era helmet features an Ace of Spades card attached to the helmet, which was a custom American soldiers started in World War II, but continued in Vietnam. In Vietnam, however, American soldiers would leave an Ace of Spades on dead Vietnamese soldiers. The card in the Bored Ape helmet has a letter J on it, which would indicate a Jack of Spades, not an ace. The founders of this project are not sloppy writers and wouldn't get history wrong if it meant they could include yet another racist reference. Maybe this explains it. Based on a 1938 decree in Nazi Germany, every Jew in Germany had to carry an identification card marked with J for Jewish at all times. The sushi chef headband is a Japanese headband known as a hachimaki. Hachimaki can have different Japanese characters on them to mean different things. There are 6 variations that are the most popular and commonly used. Bored Ape Yacht Club went with kamikaze to indicate Imperial Japan's suicide pilots. A sushi chef would never wear this headband. The safari helmet is a British or European pith hat used by the British Empire in colonizing Africa, and Belgium in the Congo, led by King Leopold II, who, as you know, cut off Congolese hands. The kami hat is known as a ushanka, and with the sickle and hammer, it represents the Soviet Union.
Okay, well, let's hold on now. Okay, let's hold on now. Let me just hold on now. All right, what is this? What are you gonna say about this?
Or the USSR, worn during World War II while Russians were commanded by tyrannical leader Joseph Stalin. The fez is a potential reference to the Ottoman Empire, but there's
okay,
also—
hold on now, ×2. What is this? First the ushanka, and now we're talking about the fez. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't like where this is going. I'll tell you that much. Okay, first of all, the ushanka thing is like, okay, well, they killed Nazis, though. And even the fucking American, like, helmet is like, the death card is literally also anti-Nazi. And also the Ottomans obviously collaborated with the Germans in World War I, but were not involved. Turkey was not involved in World War II.
Also such thing as a Nazi fez. With all of these helmets and headwear, one can see a clear picture of Chan culture's fetishization of power and dominion of those they deem weaker. October 2021, music manager Guy Osseri, founder of management firm Maverick, who represents Madonna and U2, acquired representation of Bored Ape Yacht Club. This would include securing book deals, music, television, video games, and even movie integrations. This was a power play for Bored Ape Yacht Club because it legitimized funding and star power.
But do you always run defense for Stalin? Bro, why do you think the ushanka is only a reference to Stalin, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? The only thing I defend with respect to Stalin is killing Nazis. That's it. Like, if you think that you can't hand it to Stalin on that one, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? That's it.
Behind the project.
I see a lot of Genghis Khan propaganda these days.
With the connections of Guy Osseri, Bored Ape Yacht Club now had a way to control the media messaging around their project.
The project obviously has so much hype and so much support. There's also been criticism. Some people connected some of the images to racist tropes. I'd love to give you the opportunity to respond to that criticism.
It's apes, because aping in is very much a nod to this community. To crypto enthusiasts to people who aped in early. So the story is about them. One of the founders is Jewish, one is Turkish, one is Pakistani, one is Cuban. Guy Oseary, who's one of the partners that came in later last year, is Israeli. I myself am Cuban, and I'm actually first-generation American. The idea that we're neo-Nazis or alt-right is offensive, it's hurtful, it's totally untrue.
That's really personal to you, that criticism.
The idea that you can't be racist, or even ironically racist, because you're ethnic is the saddest excuse I've ever.
Literally the #1 fucking like QAnon white supremacist dude in Germany is a Turkish guy. And he's vegan, but that's unrelated to the conversation. So yeah, no, you can be Turkish and also be really into this like weird fucking edgy Nazi shit. Just saying. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the dude is, but
ever heard. And this interview is bought by Guy Oseary. Here he is pictured with the founder of D3, and this woman looks oddly familiar. Guy Oseary is even referred to as the fifth ape, a reference to the fifth Beatle. When Ryder launched GordonGonner.com, Guy Oseary went off the deep end. Ryder Rips described to me a 2-hour phone call consisting of Guy Oseary screaming at him to stop digging.
Wait, does this guy have like a fucking, does Ryder Rips also have a bassy, like a bored ape?
Into the project. After Ryder explained the symbolism to Oseary, he replied with, "Who am I to judge what art is?" And remember that Rolling Stone interview I mentioned? Gordon Gonner stated, "Are we the Beastie Boys of NFTs? Because right after our initial success, it felt like the Beastie Boys going on tour with Madonna. Everyone was like, who the fuck are these kids?" The Rolling Stone article then states, funnily enough, Madonna's longtime manager, Guy Oseary, signed on to rep the foursome about a month after Gonner made this comment to Rolling Stone. It's just so ironic that Bored Ape Yacht Club would go on to partner with Madonna's manager, Guy Oseary. Here's the family tree of Bored Ape.
If you somehow see this and would like to donate LMK.
Bro, this is the funniest fucking, this is literally the funniest fucking PFP, dude. He's got the Ukraine flag with a fucking Bored Ape in front of it. What the fuck is going on, dude? Oh man, I love everything. I love culture. It's great.
Would go on to partner with Madonna's manager, Guy Oseary. Here's the family tree of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Greg Solano and Wiley Arano are from Miami. They met later in life at a bar arguing about literature. Karem Adelaide and Zayshan Ali went to University of Maryland together. Greg Solano also attended University of Maryland, but would go on to get his MFA at University of Virginia. The P.O. Box of Yuga Labs is in Alexandria, Virginia. The CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz, went to high school.
Down from 450 plus.
What is this? Stop trying to dodge the issue in your community. Says lib, sus libs. This server is not leftist. It's a sus lib server. It's secretly a sussy liberal agenda infiltrated into leftist spaces.
Did we already watch Tim Kennedy on JRE?
I fucking hate you guys right now so much, dude. God damn it. You exposed me. Why did you have to expose me so hard, bro? Fuck.
With Wiley, Mark Andreessen is the funding, Guy Oseary is the management and PR, and it's not a far stretch to say that Neil—
Oh my god, what's up with this dude's head, bro? What? Bro looks like Humpty Dumpty straight up, dude. Leave him alone. He's the inventor of the
Let's go
upvote.
2 fucking years.
He
For
blocked
weird
you
Wes
one time. You
Soros
looked at his
montage, huh?
tweet. Wait, he did? Wait, that guy blocked me? Well, listen, if his only invention was fucking the upvote,
6 months,
then
Pog.
honestly, that's a shitty ass invention, dude. How is that an invention? I don't fucking. Oh, this is the guy who blocked you on Twitter, by the way, because you're on the anti-America list. Lamau, massive VC. That's so funny. I sent you a tweet of his, and it was blocked when you looked at it. Oh yeah, yeah, because I'm a anti-America. I'm anti-America.
Neil Strauss is their Rolling Stone media connection. He is also writing a book based on Bored Ape Yacht Club. Guy Osseri and Neil Strauss go back to 1998, when Guy Osseri was featured in the credits of Neil Strauss's biography on Marilyn Manson. One of the most mind-boggling parts to this ongoing story is celebrity endorsement. Everywhere you look, a new celebrity flaunts their hideous Nazi propaganda. I wouldn't expect them to know any better, but there's something going on underneath the surface. I know most celebrities are denser than a cement.
I don't think so. I don't think I legit don't think that there's anything going on underneath the surface beyond just like these are fucking dumbasses whose agents and managers were like, they're offering us this free NFT and it might mean something in the future, so you can just like make money. They're just giving it to you for free, so just promote it. I know that that is like half the fucking situation, because I myself have managers and agents who have, way before NFTs started popping off and became like, way before it became like the thing, and then so the subsequent crash, were approaching me with NFT projects. Okay? They were. And I remember talking about it almost like literally right before NFTs, like immediately as soon as they started coming out. I've talked about it openly on stream.
And block. But you can't convince me they would all spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on these JPEGs just because of hype culture. So what's actually going on? In a Twitter Spaces video, Ben Baller, a celebrity jeweler, describes the process of receiving a Bored Ape.
Real talk, not once, not twice, 3 times I've been offered a Bored Ape through MoonPay. I had Adidas hit me up, my DMs, you know, on Instagram. Hey man, you want to co-host space with us, blah, blah, whatever. Told you own a Bored Ape. No, I fucking don't. You know, hit me up. And it's just, I don't know what it was, but the fact that some of these super top tier all-star NBA players had them, and I was like, yo, this is all cap. I mean, there was an NDA they try to send my agent and shit too, you know.
I mean, there's definitely NDAs and everything there, but I'm you know, positive there's, you know, some.
No, what I'm saying is for me, if I was to accept, you know.
Every
they wanted you to not
celebrity.
disclose that they wanted you to not disclose that they had purchased the ape for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
You wanted to seem like you bought it for yourself because you liked it.
Which you know what the craziest thing about that is that a lot of celebrities who are going into this, they're probably just stoked to get the ape, and they don't even realize a lot of them probably don't consult their legal and shit like that beforehand.
Yeah.
But they're actually asking you to commit fraud on their behalf.
That's right. MoonPay has celebrities sign NDAs or non-disclosure agreement contracts revealing how they received the ape.
I just got my first NFT.
Oh, you did? What was it?
Through MoonPay.
Okay.
MoonPay, which is I did my homework.
Okay.
MoonPay, which is like PayPal but for crypto.
This stuff is so dystopian, dude. Watching like fucking dumbass celebrities like, hey, I love NFTs. Oh my god, please. Also, you should buy one too. Yeah, it's like, bro, you have more money than God, brother. Okay, in the words of Joseph Robinette, Ebenezer Biden, like, just like Exxon, you have more money than God. The fuck do you need NFTs for, bro?
In fact, the celebrities aren't even buying them, and they're lying through their teeth about why they bought them, all while committing fraud on MoonPay's behalf. Receiving a Bored Ape as an endorsement and not explicitly stating that you were compensated.
Beeple is an OG computer graphics artist, the Silver Lining NFTs. Yeah, except like Beeple does make some cool shit from time to time, but I can't stand the fact that he's like literally the fucking NFT guy. Okay, and it just, you know what I mean? Like, there's some stuff that he makes that's like kind of cool. Like, I think.
Hasanabi, when is gaming time?
You
sir?
know, rich people.
After
It's
this
all trying to
react?
show out other rich people. No, it's just like whichever avenue you can make more money. Everyone always wants to maximize their revenue stream. They want to diversify their portfolios and they want to max out on revenue as much as they possibly can with zero interest in what the repercussions might be. Okay, and one of the most obvious ways of doing it, other than like, you know, getting a crypto gambling sponsorship, obviously, is entering the crypto space in this kind of way, which is not as bad as a crypto gambling sponsorship, but still pretty fucking bad because the ultimate goal is to get other people to. Talked about the scam 7 months ago. 300K NFT. Oh, dude, I mean, I've talked about this years ago too. It's not just here. Hassan's true thoughts on NFTs and cryptocurrency. Like, I've talked about this even before then. I've talked about this in the old house, not this one. This is this house. I mean, when I first started getting, I don't remember, but like, my manager was at WME at that point. Like, that, it's been a long ass time. I've talked about it in the old apartment.
Violates the Federal Trade Commission's laws. So next time you see a celebrity show off their Bored Ape, you can see who's a puppet taking advantage of their audience, all while unknowingly contributing to an apocalyptic political ideology backed by the technocratic elite. You may be asking yourself, who designed these apes in the first place? Surely they would be the ones responsible for drawing the racist imagery, right? Currently, it is believed that there are 6 artists on the Yuga Labs team. However, there was an artist in particular that provided the base layers for the apes. Her name was Seneca. When confronted and shown the finished designs, she claimed she did not even recognize the final product and was shocked at the characteristics she saw.
Dude,
Seneca described payment from Yuga Labs as not ideal. After all, they were rolling in millions of dollars and she wasn't even getting a slice of the pie. However, it is speculated that Seneca received a $1 million bonus from the company.
Free thinkers of this community. I gotta pee, I'll be back.
Her story. At the end of the day, Seneca, a very talented artist, was not responsible for this imagery. The Bored Ape Yacht Club project represents a sinister commentary on people's eagerness to hop on trends and projects just because it's in the spotlight. I say this is an ongoing story because on April 30th, 2022, 1 year after launching Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs launched a metaverse called Otherside. If the date sounds familiar, it's because it's also Hitler's death day. The sprites available in the video game that doesn't exist yet are called codas, spelled with a K. In music, coda with a C means the end, and obviously the theme of transitioning from life to death or crossing to the other side. Their new metaverse also features Stonewall Jackson, a reference to the Confederate leader Stonewall Jackson, and Plot 1 is owned by Emperor Tomato Ketchup. Along the way, Ryder Rips was able to open the eyes of thousands of people by organizing the information and explaining the full context to the best of his ability, knowing all too well that the barrier to entry of this information is diving down the deep rabbit holes of white supremacy, the alt-right, and 4chan. But now, one thing's for certain. He was correct in telling me that Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest troll in internet history. Now that you know everything there is to know about Bored Ape Yacht Club's cute little social experiment, what can we do about this? Well, as it stands right now, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club operate relatively unchecked. That's because there's no real pressure. Their tactic of using plausible deniability and dumb excuses to deflect from the truth is about to change. Nicole Muniz, I really hope you had no idea.
I think it's pretty funny. That sound I find really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like the ding. Like every time there's like a like something important happening. Like I don't know why it makes it seem like way more severe.
This was going on, and if you didn't, that means your business partners strung you along because they think of you as a normie. It's unfortunate if you got roped into this. Guy O'Sari, we will not be silenced. That's all I'm gonna say. Gordon, Garga, Tomato, and Sass.
I also think these guys are pussies. Like, I think they're feckless for doing this. It's like, they are, bro. It's like, go fucking do, like, why are you making this girl you went to high school with speak for you on tape?
I want every celebrity, actor, athlete, and influencer to burn their fucking ape. I want to make such a fucking shitstorm that everyone from Steph Curry to Post Malone to Jimmy Fallon is forced to act. You see, this little price tag is contingent on you, the market, the people. But
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm all in favor of fucking burning NFTs in general, but I doubt that they're gonna do that because they're making Nazi memes. Especially because like the celebrities don't even give a fuck enough to like milk their own audience. You know what I mean? Like they literally just like they didn't even buy anything. They just like got it for free and hyped it. And now that thing that they got for free is going to be worth more. You know what I mean? So I don't think they care. Because the underlying principle of like you pumping up NFTs is either willful ignorance paired up with like financial compensation or malicious across the board, like willingly scamming your fucking followers into becoming bag holders, right? So in that situation, like they're not gonna give a shit, and like the Nazi memes itself are so inside baseball that I don't think they will I don't think this will meet the barrier for them. Like maybe if they were like funding Nazis or something, you know what I mean? If they were like straight up funding like Nazi movements or something, like white supremacist movements, in that situation, maybe it would be like there would be like a tangible real world impact of like what these fucking rich assholes are doing. But the inside jokes are so far beyond like the regular basic like entry level Nazi memes of like 1488 or like Hitler related stuff that it's I don't think they're gonna see this and be like, oh man, I fucked up. But who knows? Celebrities are very careful about their, you know, their look and their PR.
In their minds, it's the normies, the sheep that made them rich. So I ask you, are you a fucking sheep? I want each and every one of you to tweet #burn BAYC on Twitter. Let's play their game. Burn means to destroy, but it's also something you can do with your NFT if you hold one. Not only will we sink Bored Ape Yacht Club because of their disgusting scheme, we will send a message. This message will be loud and clear. We will not be manipulated. To piss off.
To be fair though, I mean, their NFTs are burning already, brother. Oh man. How are the NFTs doing right now? How are Basie NFTs doing in general? They can't be doing too great, right? Isn't crypto getting fucking an absolute brutal beating at this moment?
8 profile pictures and amplify his own research, Ryder created Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club. Ryder won a DMCA takedown request against Yuga Labs.
Video took too long to finish. NFTs died before he uploaded it. Yeah. All markets have cycles. Yeah. No. Yeah, except like if your market revolves around, I mean, all markets also revolve around confidence in a product, and there's supposed to be some basic fundamentals that you are associating with the price point, with the value of a particular stock, security, whatever the fuck we're talking about. And unfortunately for cryptocurrency, decentralized finance revolves around having no fucking tangible fundamentals or anything like that, no product in and of itself, and simply just other people coming on board and saying, I think this is worth that price. So when it's not worth that price, or when people decide, you know what, I don't really care, this is not worth that price anymore, then it's going to be really hard to stop that fucking train from falling. Feel me? You understand? Also, yes, crypto dying does mean cheaper gaming computer parts, I hope. Hopefully.
Justifying the point that you can't copy an NFT. Ryder also set his royalties to 0%. In this case, it's truly not about the money. He is also creating Ape Marketplace, saving people billions of dollars a year in gas fees. Oh, and if you see my profile picture, don't be fooled. It doesn't contain any racist imagery. It's also from the Ryder Rips Bored Ape Yacht Club collection. Silly goose, you can't copy an NFT. And I think I'll call him Caesar. You can even use him as your profile picture, because we're about to take over.
What? So I don't get it. Does he actually have a... So did he buy an NFT? Like, I don't understand. Oh, he just copied it? It's his Twitter profile pic? No, he ripped it. I think we should just let it. I mean, I'm just gonna keep watching NFTs fucking fall apart.